Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2020 second annual Beardies. It is time. It is the time of the year for the Beardies. So we're going to chit-chat a little bit, kind of say hey to some people, and then we're going to kick off the 2020 Beardies, the second annual. I am joined and co-hosted this year by Mason, who you guys might know better off as the Bearded Meb on YouTube and Instagram. So thank you, everybody, for joining. If you have any sound audio issues, please let me know and I will put headphones on. But if it all sounds good at this point, I really don't want to take my hat off to put on headphones. So for this special event, Mason and I have decided
perfection, Tyson.
What?
You can't mess with perfection, Tyson.
Right. For this event, we decided to pull out the suspenders, the button-up shirt, and the tie, both of us. Mason has product in his hair, it appears. I pulled out the fedora, and I do not have pants on. So if you wonder how people do filming just to get all dressed up, the key is waist up and then don't stand up. How are you doing tonight, Mason?
Oh, I'm not doing bad, sir. Just been a fun day. I've been looking forward to this for long enough now. I'm so glad it's here and get to chat and hang out and see who the winners are. I don't know. Are you in suspense, sir?
I'm not in suspense, mainly because no, I'm not using a noise gate. Does it sound weird? I'm not in suspense mainly for the one fact of I had to get the awards made, so I had to tell the company that made the awards who the winners were. But when I saw the winners and I was doing all of that, I was extremely shocked at a few of them. And so I'm excited to show everybody, announce these winners, give everybody who they voted for. So if you're not familiar exactly with how the Beardies work, we open up categories on faithfullybearded.com. Everybody can go and type in what company they think best deserves that award, and we take the top 5 and we bring them into the finalists, and then we open up the top 5 for voting to see. We do have an echo. Do we have an echo? We open up the top 5 to see who the winners are. So you all get to vote on it, and the winners are all picked by you guys. So super, super exciting. I was excited at these categories this year. They're a little bit different, and I was shocked by some of the winners. And so it was extremely interesting. What did you think when you got the list of winners? What was your kind of impression when you were reading over them?
Well, when I looked at them, I was actually surprised. So I was actually surprised how many of the companies that I thought had been around for a little while were actually brand new companies this year. I think that was, one of the most interesting things to me, because there's been a lot of people that just have come strong into the game this year, and they came with strong labels, product lines, advertising, and everything looked really professional. So I think that was one of my biggest things, is just a reminder of how many new companies we've had this year. And I think second to that, I don't know. I'm a little bit of a wash in the wash. I'm excited. I was really excited to see that. And I'm sure everyone's now everyone else is in suspense, but it was definitely been a surprise for me on some of these. However, one of them definitely makes sense to me, 110%. You'll see what I'm saying.
Okay. I do have pants on. Lux caught it. He caught that I have pants on. I do have pants on. Generally, I don't, but suspenders clipped to your drawers, not very comfortable. So you kind of need the pants for the suspenders to clip onto. So we have the awards here, and I want to show you guys just real quick before we get into this. Let's let the still letting some people roll in before we get through this. But we have 10 categories, we have 10 winners. But let me show you guys. There's not very many people that have seen the actual awards. I think just a couple, and then Mason seen them when we went through the dry run of doing this. So for those of you that joined us last year, you know that we had some technical difficulties. So I toned it down a little bit this year. I didn't do nearly as much graphical work. So it's toned down a little bit, and I think it should run just fine. But for the awards this year, I decided to go. Last year we did glass etched awards. This year we are doing stone awards. So it's this stone just like this, and it's actually pretty big. And then it'll be etched like this, and then the winner will be down here underneath my hand. So I thought this would be something that maybe looks good for companies and maybe a little bit more useful. It's actually a placemat is what it is supposed to be, but doesn't really matter. It looks cool, and you can hang it on the wall and it looks cool. So
very handsome.
I agree. 50, a little laggy. Well, I'm sorry that it's a little laggy. I don't know. I have everything shut down, so we're just going to have to go with it. Can we all take a moment and clap? Oh, no, you don't have to do that. I mean, but if you'd like to, Scott, we definitely can. Did that come through? Are we clapping?
Yeah. That was the clapping one. Good job.
Okay. I got the right one. Yeah, so these, the way, I don't know how I'm going to mail these out yet, but I'm only going to show you one award all night because they're all bubble wrapped like this. So I don't want to unwrap them all to show you all 10 of them, because they're all the same, just with different name and company. So I'm going to show you the one that I unwrapped over and over and over all night long for every category. So who's ready? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready to get started with the 2020 Beardies with the first category, the first award of the night. We have companies such as Renewed Man Grooming, Whiskey and Hardtack, Fable, Luxurious Bastard, Detroit Grooming, Barden. What else we got? Copper John's, the Bearded Mac, Define Beard Company, Black Rebel Beard Company. We have Ruddy Man, Bearded Coast, Clever Beards. All these companies, Beard Octane, Chronic Beard, Live Bearded, all these companies, Iowa Beard Company, that were nominated for the 2020 Beardies, and we've narrowed it down now to the 10 winners for these. So thank you for everybody joining in. I would really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I think we are ready. Do you want to do the first category, or do you want me to do it?
Why don't you start with the first one, and I'll grab the second one just to make sure.
So the first one that we are going to talk about is Butter of the Year. So the best butter of the year. And we are all right, so butter of the year. And when we talk about butter of the year, I think everybody has a hard time picking this one and working with this one. You have whipped butters, you have waxless butters, you have poured butters, you have a ton of different types of butters. And so when you come down and you see all the companies that were nominated and narrowing them down to the top 5 most voted for butters of the year 2020 as voted on by you guys, the beard community, the nominees for the best butter were Fable Beard Company, Chesapeake Beard and Grooming, Defined Beard Company, Detroit Grooming, and the Bearded Mac. So, out of those 5 companies, the winner this year for the best butter of the year is I'm trying to determine when it goes off. Has it stopped yet?
Yeah.
It has? Okay.
Yes, you're good.
I'm going off my light because I can't hear it. All right. So the winner of the best butter of the year 2020 for the second annual Beardies is Mike and Detroit Grooming out of Detroit. I mean, that doesn't sound right, did it? But it's Detroit Grooming. Mike up there in Detroit Grooming has won best butter of the year as voted on by the beer community. So I appreciate first and foremost everybody that voted and nominated their favorite companies for this category. This was, I wouldn't necessarily say a shocker because I hear a lot of people talking about Detroit Grooming. For me, I don't know if it would have won the category as my pick because there's so many good companies on there and there's so many different styles of butter on here. So how did you think this category went for you? Were you kind of blown away, or how did that handle? How did you take it?
I was kind of surprised, but I guess like coming into the beard community, and when you hear people talk about butter, they talk about Detroit. When you talk about like the OG, you know, the butter father, you hear about Detroit Grooming. So I guess in that aspect, it's definitely not a surprise. But there are other really great contenders on this list. And I think this is, as you said, it's really hard to gauge a butter. And I think there's so many different types and qualities that, you know, it's what appeals to the masses, and then scent profiles go in. And I think Detroit really has a very well-versed selection, not to mention their butter sampler. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that too. It's a great way to get all the different scents all in one go.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think they kind of invented the term and the beard butter in general. So if you guys haven't tried Detroit Grooming, now's the time. But again, anybody on that list was well worth and worthy of winning. That's why they are in the top 5 as voted on by all of you guys. So I want everybody to remember that, I get a lot of comments, or I see comments that so-and-so company should have been in there, so-and-so company should have been in there. And I think a lot of companies are deserving of being in there, but you have to remember it's the 5 most voted on companies from you guys. So if you really want a company on there next year, keep an eye out. So when the Beardie opening comes in, you can recruit your friends and everybody to go vote for the company that you want to be in there. So they have an opportunity to win a Beardie. So, and all the winners, I'll be reaching out to get an address so I can send you your awards within the next couple weeks as well. So I just got to figure out how I want to ship them. Other than that, we have another 9 categories to go. So you're going to handle the next one, but the next category is
So I think this has got to be one of the most challenging categories to really vote on. There are so many scents that have been released this year. But let's get on with the nominees. So for this year, for Scent of the Year, we have Dr. Woof by Fable, Revolutionary Mac by the Beard Mac, 1626 by Defined Beard Co., Reformed by Barden, and 313 by Detroit Grooming Co. And well, what do you think about the selection?
I love the selection. I mean, I'm a little biased to one on there because it happens to be a collaboration with me, but I think it's, 1626, Dr. Wolf, Revolutionary Mac, 313, Reformed, all scents that I could pick up on any particular day and where, and yeah, I mean, I see Salty Vibe chants in the comments, and I've heard so many good things about it. So hopefully next year it'll be in the running for Scent. But right now, out of these 5, I couldn't even tell you which one I'd pick because they're all amazing to me. So I'm excited to see who wins this one for everybody.
And before we get to that, I like how they're well-rounded. We have like a blueberry tobacco, we have cologne scents, we have an oud scent in there. I think I don't have 313, but I believe it is a citrus scent as well, if I'm not mistaken. And there's just a wide variety of scents. It's not like everyone just chose a single style, so that's really awesome from the community. But anyways, down to it, the winner of Scent of the Year is Dr. Wolf by Fable.
Dr. Wolf by Dr. Fable. Oh man, we didn't get a drum roll. Crap.
Oh yeah.
So here's again the trophy, or the award that we had made. Again, this already says the first category we did, but it will say Scent of the Year, Dr. Wolf, Detroit, or Fable. So congratulations to Colin and Fable Beard Company for Dr. Wolf. It's so good. It's one of my top scents that I particularly enjoy, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. Have you tried it yourself?
Yes, actually, that is one of the ones I have, and I do really enjoy it. I actually enjoy mixing it with some of my other blueberry scents too. It's a really nice scent, and it takes on other tobacco scents and other fruit scents, and it is very delightful. Personally, this one is good bedtime or daytime routine. It's just very adaptable.
Yeah, it's a really, really good scent. So I think all of these scents on here are extremely amazing. So if you haven't tried any of these guys, I would definitely recommend that. Any of these are a great go-to and fantastic. And yeah, Pete, after this, I can put all the winners up on the website under the Beardies section, and then there's also, if you want to try most of these, I think I have discount codes for most of the nominees and winners as well. So pretty awesome. Super. If it was a job interview, I'd hire Mason. Yeah. See, I mean, he looks, ready to go. So, hey, before we jump into the next category, tell people a little bit about you, what you do, and what your channel is about before we jump into the next category here.
Yeah. So, I'm relatively new into the beard game. I've been in it for almost about a year now. I am a pharmacist, and from my perspective, I have really enjoyed learning the why behind the beard, the science behind the beard. And I just got deeper and deeper into videos, and the more videos I got, the more research I did. And then I got really hooked on to carrier blends and carrier oils. And again, just diving deeper and deeper into the science behind them, the fatty acid profiles, the characteristics, and so on. And then what I have brought my channel together to be with all of these things is I don't just want to be a reviewer or a straight informant. I'm kind of a mosh posh, but what I want to do is find what's right for you and what beard products are best for you based off of your beard porosity, your skin type, your acne, how acne prone you are, those sorts of things, and guide you towards the right products. So is this the worst product in the world? Maybe not. It just might not be the right one for you. And that's kind of where my channel's headed and what I'm about.
Yeah, and I mean the science behind things is amazing. That's why I did the porosity series. I just think once you dig into why things work the way that they work and how they work for you, you can narrow things down to knowing ahead of time that this product will probably work really good for me. So it's super fun for me. So yeah, people are putting it in the comments there. Mason's channel is the Bearded Meb, MEB. So you can find it. It's got a blue logo, bright blue background with a black beard logo. So, all right, this next category, number 3 that we're moving on to, is near and dear to my heart. And it's near and dear to my heart because for me, it is extremely important. It's attention to detail, things that really hit home with me that I pay attention to. It's the first impression. It's the way you want to display it and the thing that you're going to be looking at all the time. So what we're talking about in this next category is the That's right. The design of the year. Design is super, super awesome for the creative aspect of it and everything else that the companies bring into how they design their company, from their logo to their labels to the presentation that they give. It is extremely fun to see what they come up with and how it's evolved from a couple years ago to just now. The logos are completely different. The packaging is completely different. And I feel like it was really one of those things that came across this year in 2020 is stepping up. And that one is pretty big for me because everybody knows what went on in 2020 and how hard things were to get a hold of, but you still saw presentation game stepping up. So when we get into the nominees for Best Design of the Year, we have the Bearded Mac, Black Rebel Beard Company, Fable Beard Company, Renewed Man Grooming, and Ruddy Man Grooming. So 5 companies that have amazing artwork, from Fable and all the characters to Black Rebel and everything that he's been doing, to the Bearded Mac with his just outstanding classic labels, to Renewed Man and Jared, what he's been doing with his label game and his presentation game this year, to Ruddy Man, who has his it's all in family. His wife creates all the labeling and the artwork. So it's awesome. And Kyle and Joe, you guys are correct. One of these companies will win. And it is time to find out who it is. The winner of Best Design of the Year is Pedro and Black Rebel Beard Company. Congratulations, Pedro. You're taking home one of these plaques, stone plaques, that's going to say Best Design of the Year, and it's going to have Black Rebel Beard Company. For your design, I think a lot of people loved what you did with your labels this year and the things that you were doing, the redesign, the artwork. It's been obviously killer because you got to be nominated for design of the year and take home that Beardie. So what did you think about this category overall, Mason?
Oh, there's been a couple of rebrands this year. I know a couple of the companies went through some logo changes and everything, and it's been impressive. I know like Ruddy Man had their rebrand. I think Renewed changed up their style label as well. It's just been really impressive. With Black Rebel, with all the like you mentioned, the different designs and everything he's been posting, he is very good at drawing attention with the eye, with bright colors, with really unique artwork. I really think that it's an appropriate win for sure. He's done an amazing job this year with bottle design, and just like I said, drawing people in. The design meets the purpose for sure.
And we have a new member of the channel, Mr. Smelly Turtle, or Mrs. It's Smelly Turtle, decided to be a member of the channel. So thank you, Smelly Turtle. We appreciate you being a part of this and everything that we do. How's everybody doing? Yeah, they had a good good game, and so it's they had a great weekend, a great week, but they had to recover from last week. So I just had to say that. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? So that takes us down to our next category. And I'm going to run and tell you guys what it is. And then Mason's going to take it away talking about what our very next category is. If I can find what I need to do.
All right. New company of the year. And as I already stated, there have been so many great new companies this year. I think that this is probably one of the most challenging categories, well, at least for me anyways, because like I said, I wasn't aware that some of these were brand new this year because they've just blown it out of the water. So going to it, we'll get ready with the nominees here. The first one we have is sorry, go ahead.
No, wait, I think that was supposed to come after we do the nominees.
It's fine. Who's counting? It's good.
My fingers are just pressing buttons all over the place. Go ahead.
That's good. So for the nominees, we have the Bearded Mac, Bearded Coast, Defined Beard Co., Clever Beards, and Copper Johns.
Dude,
I don't know.
That's so hard. How do you pick which company is the best out of those that came out this year? How do you pick?
It's such a challenge. I mean, everyone on this list has just done amazing work, and they all have had a very unique background and edge that they brought to the community. And not just that, but these owners have immersed themselves. I've talked to almost all of them on IG at some point in time and had discussions with them and asked them about their products, and they're all very receptive and awesome people. And I don't know what else to say other than this is hard.
So hard. I don't even know if I could have picked one if I was voting. Man, I would have flipped a coin and just tried to rule somehow. I don't know, but you know, the people have spoken. The community came out for this one. This was actually the most voted on category out of all of them.
Wow.
So the people really came out to support who they think is the best new company in this one.
All right, well, let's get a drum roll and let's see who won this bad boy. And the winner is, for the new company of the year in 2020, Bearded Mac. Congrats, Chris.
That is right. Chris at the Bearded Mac, congratulations. You've been voted as the 2020 Company of the Year. You're going to get one of these awesome plaques, and yours will not say Best Butter of the Year Detroit Grooming. It'll be addressed to you and what you want. It's sitting right next to me here in bubble wrap. So congratulations, Chris. Your hard work and dedication to making amazing, great products, caring about the ingredients has come to fruition and paid off not only in sales and design and the things that you're really doing for the community, but the community has seen it enough to come out and vote for you as the company of the year. So super, super awesome. Congratulations again.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to take this award and like set it over to the side and grab the next one and then just realize, you know, I'm going to use the same one over and over. So congratulations, Chris. Really, really awesome. So
thanks for introducing the community to broccoli seed oil.
Oh, there's Mike. Here you go, Mike. So this was the very first category you did. I don't know if you saw it, that we did. I don't know if you saw it, but Best Butter of the Year Detroit Grooming has won this award, and so I will be sending this out to you. You were voted on for the best butter. So thank you for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate you and everything that you do and bring to the community as well. All these winners, in fact, all the nominees have done crazy, amazing things for their companies and for the community. And it's an honor to be sitting here going through this list and talking about all these guys from the nominees to the winners. So, all right, what are we on now? So we are actually, okay, so that was best new company, and I keep saying company of the year. Sorry about that. That was the company voted on as the new company of 2020. So then we move into the man, I really got to find where this is before I. Okay.
It's all right.
Wait,
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, we're moving into company of the year. That's right. Company of the year.
Company
So
of the
not
year.
the new company, just the overall company of the year. And for some reason, I've not seen the slide that I need to throw up there. So, hey,
Hey.
we're just going to talk about it.
Company of the year.
Company of the year. Oh, yeah. Okay, so when it comes to company of the year, the things that I think about for company of the year are somebody who has been innovative all year long, has a great customer service, has all of these things that we talk about tied in together of like they really hit the map this year, or they've been on the map and continue to excel and do good. So that's kind of what I think about with overall company of the year. Somebody that's kind of been a trendsetter, maybe top of the, cream rises the top type of thing. And when we talk about the nominees for company of the year, we have Black Rebel Beard Company. We have Fable, Hanyaker, Bearded Mac, and Iowa Beard Company. And company of the year surprises me all the time because I would think different types of companies. For instance, last year we had company of the year, and pretty much the only category that Damn Yankee was nominated for was company of the year, and he won. And you kind of have that same thing this year with like Hanyaker and Iowa Beard Company, two companies that didn't take a lot of nominations in categories, but when it comes down to overall company of the year, they're there. And that's what I kind of think of is it's like it's all the categories combined into one. Who's level across the playing field? It's like taking a power ranker and seeing who's ranked number one because they're just solid all the way across. And that's kind of how I think about it. But I'm sure you're all dying to know who won the company of the year. So let's get in and let you all know who won. The winner is Fable Beard Company. Colin over there at Fable has done huge things from CBD to blowing up his company to the monthly subscription club to I'd say really being the head and driving the CBD thing. So congratulations, Fable. You're going to get another one of these plaques for winning Company of the Year. That is a big accomplishment. I personally think it's probably the most prestigious award out of all of these of Company of the Year, but it depends on, what you really pride yourself on as well. So design another one that is huge for me.
I think
what do you think about that category overall?
Yeah, I think reinvesting in your company is definitely something that becomes very obvious when you're selecting a company of the year. There's, status quo, and then there's people that are taking their profits, they're putting it back into their company, they're growing their company, they're having new ideas. They're not just satisfied with, changing a couple cents on a carrier blend and running with it. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but Colin has definitely not done that. He has definitely put back into his company a lot and put a lot of time and effort into it. I think it's very appropriate. And just so everyone knows, the Halloween music there for a second ago, there was just an accidental button press. We had a drum roll.
I didn't even hear any Halloween music.
I know. We had the drum roll and then the...
forward to
It's
it.
fine. I know it's great. I'm waiting for the comments.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at, he went from doing everything by himself at the beginning of the year to getting employees to hitting record sales marks to a lab, a standalone lab place. Big things that happen. So I'm excited to see what he does next year and who comes into all of these categories next year, because this time last year, some of these companies weren't even born at that point. We didn't know who they were. So it's interesting to see. All right. The next category for everybody here, the next category is, I got to start getting better at this. Like, hopefully by the 10th one, I have it. Okay. So here you go. The next category in the 2020 Beardie Awards is the most innovative company. And when I think of innovation, I think of doing something new, bringing something different to the game, really pushing the limits, trying new things, not being afraid to jump out on a limb, and other people maybe following along behind that because you hit on something great. So is that kind of what you think about, Mason? Or what do you think when you hear most innovative company of the year? What kind of pops into your mind?
So I love those oh moments where you're just like, oh, I never thought of that. That's exactly bringing new things to the market. Things that just, kind of take you by surprise. You're like, that's a brilliant idea. I wish I would have thought of that. And looking down through the nominee list here, we definitely have companies that have done that. I think every one of these have caught me off guard by something that they've done in the past year. And that's what I think of innovation. Just pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits. Again, going into that reinvestment and just trying to bring something new to the market.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm seeing lots and lots of call outs for Copper Johns in the comments right now, which is awesome to see with the sea minerals, So our nominees for most innovative company are Tyson at Copper Johns. He is a nominee. Fable Beard Company, Chronic Beard Company, Live Bearded, and Beard Octane. So I don't, when I kind of look at the nominees and I think about innovation, I don't know exactly how everybody looked at this one. Particularly, there was no rules. It was just a title, most innovative company. So I think it all got determined on how the individual person that went to the website and saw, who do I want to type in for the most innovative company? Like what popped into their head as innovation. So I can think of something each one of those companies did, but I think there's a few that stand out to me personally as two companies that really innovated the beard community and the beard world this year. So let's get to the winner for the most innovative company of 2020. The winner is Fable Beard Company. Colin at Fable, this was a close one, but what you've done with CBD would be my guess as to why you took this category home. CBD is kind of going around taking things by storm in all areas, not just the beard world. So congratulations, Colin. Thank you for everything that you do. I think it's much appreciated. And I throw it out there for Copper Johns and Tyson too. I think the sea minerals are a thing, and I think next year is going to be a pretty big year to see what goes on with the sea minerals as well. So Is that surprising to you, this category, or kind of how do you take this category?
So to me, I was thinking, the minerals and the magnesium and some of the research that's been done on that with copper johns. But when I really, and that's something, Tyson brought to market. But when I think about Fable and innovation, I think about, as you said, things he's done this year. He's hired some people to help him out. He has had new dispensing equipment. He is like a mastermind of like Facebook ads and advertisements and really building his company. So when you take an entire company into innovation and, them working on themselves and being innovative, not only with their products, but, with their company, I think Colin has definitely done that.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that goes back to what we talked about with innovation. There was a lot more than just CBD, and I think, like you said, he mastered advertising and kind of broke that wall down. And I think that's a lot of it, and how to, I know, I mean, beyond what normal customers see, what he does with other companies and helping them out behind the scenes. So I think, um, CBD as well is more widely known for any use outside of even beard. A lot of different uses. So CBD is more well known than even sea minerals itself. So
That's true.
congratulations, well deserved. And so the next category is this one's you, right?
Yeah. Feeling beard. So I love this category. It's one of the most, I don't know, objective but subjective at the same time. It's like this is kind of where it's fun to play with science, the science behind oils, carrier blends, fatty acid profiles, what your hair porosity is, what your skin type. I mean, and it just builds and builds and builds into this, massive thing we call feel and beard. And it's just a very unique category for me. What do you think about feel and beard? How does that equate to you? Like, what registers in your head when you hear feel and beard?
I mean, to me, feeling beard is probably the most important aspect of creating a beard oil. I mean, you want it to feel good, right? You want to be able to put an oil in and it feel good. I mean, smell is there, obviously, but feel is, there's science behind it, because not every oil is going to work the same for everybody. So when it comes to me finding a feel, I really didn't narrow that down until I figured out porosity and everything that you said behind it. So I think, I might say company A is the best feel in beard for me personally, but somebody with a high porosity beard could feel something completely different is the best feel for them. And so it comes down to, as a beardsman, overall, as a beardsman, whether you like presentation or not, this is what we're all looking for, right? We want our beards to be healthy. We want our beards to be strong. We want them to look good, feel good. How do you not care about what the feel is, right? So I think feel matters to everybody. That's like one of the first things we say when we put an oil in, is it feels great. But actually, feel, not only does it vary based on your beard hair, but it varies based on just your personality and what you like. Some people like super soft pillows. Some people like harder pillows. Well, some people want their beard to feel non-greasy and not be shiny. Some people want their beard to look shiny, which generally relates into a little bit of, a smooth, waxy type feel on their beard. So it all goes on the feel that you personally want too. So there's so many amazing things about this one. That's what I think. Sorry, I didn't want to hijack your
Oh no, that's
I totally
great.
just hijacked your category.
That's fine. And I think it's interesting because in theory, when you take a a vote of popularity, you're gonna have essentially like the beer prosody that most people have will be represented at the highest level, right? So you have lower prosody, high prosody, and then that medium to medium high is probably going to be the strongest or the largest number of beardsmen out there. So I take this kind of as, well, maybe this is the best for medium prosody beard, or ones that fit the range of hair prosody the most. So that's just how I'm looking at it. But anyways, let's get into the nominees here. So for Feelin' Beard, we have Damn Yankee, Luxurious Bastard, Renewed Man, Fable Beard Company, and Whiskey and Hardtack. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, again, you go down the list. I could wear any of those every day. I could wear any of those any day. It's a super hard one to pick for me. Super hard.
It is, and it's really interesting. I think at least 3 of these companies have coconut oil in their carrier blend, and it's just I don't know. It's just interesting because it's such a universal, or not universal, but a lot of people enjoy coconut oil, and it makes the beard feel soft. And I'm just rambling now, but anyway, what do you think about the categories? Is there anyone that you were surprised was left off?
Of Feelin' Beard.
Oh, sorry. What do you feel about the nominees? Yes.
I mean, it's top 5, and that's the hard part of it, because do I feel like some are left off? Yeah. I think there's some amazing Feelin' Beard companies that are not in the finalists, but who would you take out of the finalists to replace any of those?
That's the question.
You know?
I don't think I could. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying, is like, I couldn't knock one of these companies out to bring in a different company. It's once you get into the top 10, it's so hard to say which one feels better, which one doesn't. I don't know. So
no, I feel you.
It's different. It's crazy.
All right, let's get down to it. Let's get a drum roll in here and announce the winner of this. There it is. All right, without further ado, Feelin' Beard is the winner. Is Luxurious Bastard. Congratulations, David.
So David over at Luxurious Bastard is the first 2-time Beardie Award winner in the same category. He won this category last year for Best Feelin' Beard. And for the second year in a row, David, Mr. Luxurious Bastard, has won 2020 Feelin' Beard. And so if that doesn't say something about a company who is known for his scents, that's pretty crazy, right? Being known for his scents, has won the Feelin' Beard category both years.
It's kind of mind-boggling, isn't it?
Yeah, that seems so crazy to me. So crazy.
Not even in the top 5, not even nominated, but yet blowing up the Feelin' Beard.
But awesome, awesome guy. David is amazing. He's super busy. He does so much of the behind the scenes stuff, always working. One of the company owners that I would definitely call a friend, and very well deserving of this. Has an amazing presentation. I can't wait until he does Luxurious Lounge on a regular basis again, because those are always fun to watch. He was on the Titan series, as was Mike from Detroit Grooming. So somebody that was looked up to as a Titan of the game. Amazing with the Feelin' Beard winner here. And Mr. David Luxurious, continue doing what you're doing, man, because you got 2 years in a row of Best Feelin' Beard. that speaks something. I think people are, I mean, the people spoke. They love the way that Lux feels in their beard, I guess. You know, I mean, and I can't argue them. I love the way it feels on my beard too.
I agree. He has a very balanced carrier blend. It is extremely nice. I agree with that one for sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I really do. This Beardies Awards is a passion and takes a lot, but we're here and we get to share it with everybody else. And that's what's awesome. So let's jump into the next category, which is a fun one. When I think about this next category, is something that the community wanted to see. And I think it's just something that kind of is a fun category and kind of tells the artistic side and the fun. So the next category is launch of the year. I mean, sexiest owner. Yeah, we could do sexiest owner. I mean, that would be super fun. That might make the list next year. We'll see if people vote on that. But
I think we need a calendar.
Yeah, do a beard owner calendar. There you go. So what we're talking about is the best product launch. The best product launch, and there was a couple memorable ones this year to me that I can remember of like I didn't want to miss a live stream, or I saw an Instagram post and I knew it was gonna be a good launch, and or I was getting the FOMO and I just had to have it. And those are all types of things that are memorable to me when I think about launch. So, what was one for you that was extremely memorable this year?
Gosh, there was just so many. So one of the ones that was big that I remember a lot well was the Renew Man, the King's Tabado, right? I might be saying that wrong. But it was the cigar series that Renew Man launched in the beginning of the summer, and I was super impressed by the packaging and the launch she had on that one. It was very well put together, so I really enjoyed that launch. Other than that, I think pretty much every one of Black Rebel's launches that he's done for he builds up hype for sure. He knows how to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to agree with Matt here. I think my favorite launch of the year was Mo the Bearded Shark's Only Fins account. I think that was kind of fun. So no, we're
only
just
$5.
Yeah. All right, so nominees are for the best product launch. We have Fable with CBD. We have Beard Octane with the Name Your Scent. We have Miners Beard Company launching their CBD. We have Fable launching the Harvester. And we have Renewed Man launching the Late Summer Collection. Go Chiefs, that's right. Yeah, they had an awful day today, but still pulled out the win. So the winner for best product launch is... I really wish I could hear this. Renewed Man Grooming with the Late Summer Collection. Awesome job, Jared and Renewed Man Grooming. You definitely deserve to win a Beardie Award this year. And everything that you've done with your company this year has been amazing. You've launched 2 great series. You have the Barbara Lyman scent, which could be my scent of the year personally. I'm not 100% sure, but an amazing scent. Your artwork is top notch. Your presentation is top notch. I still have those magnetic boxes. I did use one to re-gift for Christmas, like I always say I'm going to, and I actually did it. Yeah, Dreamscape gets a lot of attention. And the summer series, I remember that launch particularly, and I don't remember anything that was like super, super great, but like people loved it. Like it was just fun, and it was fall time, and we're launching summer series scent, and it was like the late summer series, and it went over so well that he's continuing to do it. So congratulations, Jared. You definitely deserve to win this, and he does have the Christmas collection as well. So, congratulations! It was extremely fun to go through this one to see what people really liked as a launch or what they considered a launch. Because when you first open it up, it's like, what do you think was the best launch? And people type in what they think is the best launch of things, and so it was fun to see what they thought was a launch and what they got a kick out of. And I think it's good info for companies going forward to see, like, that's the type of thing that customers and the community really enjoyed to do. So
I agree. That one was a great one. I do not have the Barber Lemon, but I do need to get it. I've heard amazing things about it.
we are down to 2 categories remaining in the 2020 Beardies. 2 categories left. And so I'm going to play the next one and let you take it away, Mason. So the next category is
All right, the best wash of 2020. This was no squeaky clean fight here. I'm just gonna say that I feel like there are so many good washes that have come to market, and again, I feel like this is a subjective one or an objective one. No, subjective one. Sorry, one as well. Because some people think of a wash should be stripping. Some people think it should be mild. Some people think it should be the most lathering thing they've ever had. So on and so forth. So to me, this has really been eye-opening. And then next to that is, I think, does a wash have to be liquid? Can it be a soap? Does soap count as a beard wash? So it's just very eye-opening, and it's definitely one where I've had quite a few of these, and they are all really amazing washes. How do you feel about it? I know you did a top wash video recently.
yeah, it's personal preference, and I think it's also, I think a lot of people do it based on how they particularly feel, or if they use a conditioner or a co-wash. Do they wash every day? Do they not wash every day? Do they know the porosity of their beard? Because I think, for me particularly, I was a co-wash and condition type of guy for the first half of the year. And then I figured out my porosity and was like, I'm going to try something, and went to not using a co-wash, not using a conditioner hardly ever, maybe once a month for me. And I feel like my beard is the best it's ever been. And I use a wash every single day. So I think it depends on exactly the style. I think a lot of people like the sudsy stuff and the scent in the shower. So I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of calls for Iron Lion in the comments, and Iron Lion is crazy good wash. I remember texting Pete and telling him that I need it in a bigger bottle. Like, I need it in a bigger bottle, 4 ounces enough. And he's like, well, it's only supposed to be used, a few days a week. And I was like, yeah, but I use it every day because I know the porosity of my beard and I can. And, I did the same thing with Barden. Barden, Adam up there has another, probably what I would rank as the number 1 wash in the game. It's just all around amazing. The scent is fire. The feel is amazing. And he's actually going to launch it in a 16 ounce now because, Brian's Beards and Banjos is calling for it as well, because him and I are kind of both on the same roll. And I know a lot of people are starting to slow down with conditioner as well and going more towards a wash. So, I've heard some great up and coming companies that I'm excited to see how I'm excited to see what they do with a wash. But I think, bar soaps included in that, bar soaps have really come up in this last few months. And, pine tar has been around for a while, and I've used pine tar a lot. It's extremely stripping. I like it. I don't like the smell of it, but I like pine tar. But we're starting to get into more other types of bar soaps that work in the beard as well. And, a lot of them are good. Beard Gents, kind of brought this in last end of, mid to end 2019. And his wash has been crushing it. He was up for this nominee last year too. And it's just so surprising and amazing. And it's a lot of preference choice, whether you want a liquid or anything else. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, it's based on your skin type too. If you have, acne problems or anything like that, find a soap that's going to help promote clearing up your skin. And pine tar is a big thing that can help that. So I don't know. It's interesting.
And I think knowing your products is always good too. There's some products that are waxier than others, like lanolin containing products. If you have a beard butter or a carrier blend with lanolin, it's basically, the wax off of sheep's wool. So that can definitely build up in the beard over time. And you need to definitely get something a little bit more stripping there a couple times a week, or at least once a week, to strip that off and let the hair breathe a little bit. So I think there's a lot of important factors when it comes to a wash for sure. But anyways, let's get to the nominees. So for the best wash of 2020, we have Whiskey and Hardtack, Barden, Damn Yankee, The Bearded Mac, and Beard Gents. It's a great list, and I know a couple, at least one of these two of these companies, I think, formulated this year, and I've heard that's only got excited to see that. But you've pretty much already mentioned quite a few of these in our little ramblings here before it. But these are all amazing wash. My washes are on this list. So anyway, do you want to get down to the winner, or do you have anything to add?
Yeah. I don't have anything to add because I'm reading the comments, and it's funny because everybody's getting called out right now as the best wash. Like, there's no solid, clear winner even in the comments right now. It's just everybody's listing everybody. So
all right. So best wash of 2020 goes to Whiskey and Hardtack. Congratulations, Holly. And I know that there was a reformulation this year, and it is even better from what I understand. So congratulations on winning the best wash this year.
Yeah, I mean, I weird that I don't have a ton of experience with Whiskey and Hardtack. I've tried all their stuff basically, but she's got the soap with Sweet Tea and Biscuits. They got the beard wash, the conditioner. There's so many good things that she has going on over there. And, when somebody like Mo, who I know is pretty picky and knows his stuff, does a collaboration with a company, that the products are going to be good and it's shark approved. So generally, if something's shark approved, I usually like it as well. Just kind of what I've kind of noticed through time. But so congratulations, Holly. The rebrand, the stuff that they're doing over there. I believe they're rebranding the company even going into 2021. So excited to see what she has going in there. But, with all the soap that she makes, it doesn't surprise me that she can win a beard wash category too. But well-deserved. And I think this is a category that will really heat up next year. It's just, I feel that trend coming of a lot of people making more soaps and washes, and bearded guys are understanding that washing is more important than conditioning. So I think it's gonna heat up going into 2021.
For sure.
All right, so the last category of the 2020 Beardies, the second annual, like it's funny to say annual when you've only done one. But now that we're doing two and we're still live and it hasn't crashed like last year, annual is more of one of those permanent things. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is going to happen every year. And now we've done it twice. And so super exciting. It's exciting for me to put this together. And it's officially an annual event now because it's happened 2 years in a row.
I think we
This
need more
last
traditions in the
category,
beard game, you know?
yeah, it's becoming a tradition of the beard world
right.
now, is the Beardies and awards and stuff like that. So the last category that we have here for me, I know I said presentation was extremely important, and I know that feeling beard is extremely important, and company of the year is the most leveled out one that there is. But how do you become a company, and how do you remain a company if you don't have the best customer service, right? So the next category is customer service. I mean, that's right. Like, right. And I think for anything to remain a company, you have to be able to have customers, and you have to be able to have repeat customers. And one of the best ways to do that is customer service. And I work in an industry, probably a lot of us work in industries where the customers matter, and we try to put customers first and things like that. So this is really the shout out to the companies that the customers feel important. They're recognizing you and knowing you as having good customer service. And I think whether you win this award or not, it's something prestigious to take home with you, because you know that you were brought up and you popped into people's minds when they came to put you in the finals for this. So it's something to take home. And yeah, for me, super, super hard. You kind of on the same mindset as that, Mason, or do you feel something else with customer service?
No, customer service is extremely important. Customer service is what drives me towards a company. I mean, I'll buy for innovation. I'll buy for scent. I will buy for butter. In design, but I will fall in love with a company over customer service. I think it's a thing that keeps you coming back and draws you in. I think um, just being able to have these companies be accessible. If there's a problem, they'll fix it. Or if your package gets lost in the mail, which has been a thing this year, they'll try to rectify it. I think you know caring about the customer, or community caring about community, is very important. And I have a story to add here in a minute, but I'll let you move on with nominees and such. But I think that customer service really, like I said, it really is what makes me fall in love with the company.
Yeah, and I mean, there's companies that I've purchased from just for their artwork. There's companies that aren't even in my top 10 that I still purchase everything they release from because of the customer service, and I want to support them. And that's what customer service really means to me. If I'm willing to purchase a product from you to support you because we've just built a friendship, or because you're just have that amazing customer service and I want to see your company grow, that's impactful and important to me. So let's see. We have the best customer service, and the nominees are Adam from Barden, Joe at Beard Octane, Tyson from Copper Johns, David at Luxurious Bastard, and Chris at the Bearded Mac. And I see this list, and I talk to these guys, every single one, well, barring one, I just haven't built a relationship with, but I've never had a bad experience with the company. 4 out of the 5 we text, like literal phone number to phone number texting. We've built that through customer service, and it is super hard for me to be able to pick one that I would think is the best, because I think all 5 of these are just as good as the other 5 that are the other 4 that are in here. And I would have such a hard time picking this, and this is why I'm so thankful that I don't pick the winners of these and that they get voted on by the beard community, because all we have to do is come up here and read who everybody else picked, because I don't think I could pick one. I don't personally think I could pick one. So, I mean, you hear the list. What do you think with the list?
No, I think it's amazing, and I think that the companies that are on here are the companies that have the repeat business, that really drive the following. I know I spent, I don't know, 3 hours on the phone with Chris, the Bearded Mac, Chris, one day, just discussing, his butter and just some of the things that I thought about it. And I know I've spent time talking to Tyson and David and Barden. I've talked to all these guys at one point or another, and they've all been really remarkable. And that's why I have every one of these companies in my collection. I think that they're just amazing people. So
yeah, I agree. So we won't make you guys wait any longer. The last category is the best customer service, and the winner is coming home with a Beardie second year in a row. Actually, I don't know if it was this category or not, but 2 years in a row has won a Beardie. Adam from Barden up there in Canada. The mantra of Canadians are super polite must hold true, because Adam is coming home with the best customer service in 2020. And this one, to me, not that Adam has bad customer service, but he's had a lot going on in life in this year, and with COVID, hasn't been able to interact as much with the Americans and things like that. So to be able to still put out that good of customer service that people want to be on there, that want to go vote for him and things like that, super crazy to me. It's awesome, but definitely deserves it so much. Such an amazing guy. Future father, and I'm just proud that I'm proud to call him a friend too. I think he's an amazing guy with amazing company. So
I love the time he spent with me. I wanted to you can get the oil, butter, and wash as a like a trifecta, and he built me a custom pack because and I think I talked to you about this too. We were talking about combining Reformed with the Smoke Dude scent and seeing how that would work out, and he custom built a 3-pack for me, and just taking the time to do that is just wonderful. Like you said, out of his busy day and in this trying year, he still took the time just to do something that simple, and I really appreciate Adam for that.
Yeah, and so I just want to congratulate everybody. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for being here. It was super awesome that you could all join in, and I appreciate each and every one of you people. And 2020 has been a crazy, crazy year, but there's been an amazing things to think about. And tonight was a celebration of those things that we can be thankful for in 2020. Everything from what the company owners have brought in 2020 to everything else that's been positive in 2020, because there's been so many positive things in this year that we forget about. And so it was an honor for me to be able to take an hour, take a little bit to bring you some positivity in 2020. And all the nominees Congratulations to you two. You were recognized among the small beard community. You were recognized as being top notch and being up there. And just because it wasn't the first or the highest amount of votes doesn't mean that you're not doing a great job in that category. You were still recognized in that category. So that's determination, hopefully, to continue doing what you were doing in there. So I appreciate everybody for joining. Thanks, Mason, for jumping on here. The mustache community doesn't have this, I guess. I don't know. I'm not in the mustache community, but it's awesome. So thanks, Mike, and Jared, all the company owners. Jared's just getting in here. He was driving, but I mean, it's just been crazy, and all of these were hard to pick. And like I said, I am so glad I don't have to pick the winners on these, and it's all voted on by you guys. So thank you, everybody, for coming out to the second annual 2020 Beardies. It's been an honor, and we'll see you guys all next year.
Thanks, everyone.